Welcome to What's Ahead, a series where I feature some of this week's upcoming Xbox games I think you should keep an eye on. I'm your host Fire, and I've been gaming on Xbox for over 20 years. With over 30 new releases coming up, here are the 10 games I think you should check out in no particular order.
Welcome to Roadcraft.
Kicking things off, Roadcraft will have you run a disaster recovery company specializing in restoring sites devastated by natural disasters. Many tasks await you to restart the local industry, clearing debris, replacing faulty equipment, rebuilding roads and bridges damaged by weather, and much more. With your vehicles, choose carefully your itinerary through abandoned factories, submerged dams, or out-of-service solar facilities. The studio that brought you Mud Runner and Snow Runner, you know this game's going to be absolutely fantastic, and I'm super excited to get to check this out later this week. Up next, the kingdom is in danger, and the power has fallen into the hands of an evil wizard. Now it's up to you to save the land from certain destruction. Run, jump, dash, avoid traps, and hop on the heads of enemies as you explore forests, caves, perilous ruins, and more. Knight's Night is a retro precision platformer presented in a 1-bit black and white style, featuring fluid pixel art animation and super tight controls. Honestly, I've already gotten to play this game already, and it's a super fun little platformer that can be a little frustrating but rewarding when you land the jumps. Up next, we have Blades of Fire, a new action-adventure game where you will forge your weapons and face fierce enemies in a unique combat system. You are Aran Delira, firstborn of the King's Ward. The newly crowned Queen Neria has cast a spell that turns steel into stone. Only her army of abominations wield the divine metal, against which other blades shatter. Join Aran Delira on his journey to find the real purpose of his fate. I can't say too much because they won't let me talk too much about it, but I do have gameplay dropping later this week, and this is definitely a game you're going to want to check out. The year is 1959, and Deliver at All Costs throws you into a time of rock and roll, polka dot dresses, and the ever-looming dread of nuclear annihilation. Step into the shoes of Winston Green, a down-on-his-luck courier with a fiery temper and a mysterious past, as he delivers highly unconventional cargo, leaving its trail of havoc and chaos behind him, ensuring he does whatever it takes to deliver at all costs. Honestly, this game just looks like chaos and fun, and I'm super excited to dive into this later this week. Welcome to Maniac, where chaos is just waiting to be unleashed, a throwback to a time of the original Grand Theft Auto, in the world in which mayhem reigns supreme. With an arsenal of unlockable characters, weapons, and an ever-changing world, try not to get busted. With GTA 6 getting delayed, I think this game might help scratch just a tiny itch for nostalgia for this kind of genre and crime-induced chaos. Set sail for an epic, action-packed adventure in Trident's Tale, where you'll become Ocean, a bold young captain on a quest to reclaim the legendary Storm Trident, a mythical artifact that grants power over the seas, but beware the ocean is vast, treacherous, and crawling with danger at every turn. So ready the cannons, hoist the sails, and immerse yourself in a gripping tale filled with eccentric characters, cunning dungeons, and adrenaline-pumping battles. I'll have a gameplay already up on the channel once this releases, so if you need to scratch that Sea of Thieves itch just a little bit and you haven't played Sea of Thieves in a while, this game might help you do that. Fly to extraordinary planets with different terrains and start mining valuable minerals to sell them in your base in Astro Miner. Create corridors to reach stacks of crystals or do it your own way and mine wherever you like with the help of dynamites. Hire workers and build an auto miner machine to speed up your work. Honestly, I'm kind of digging this crazy amount of ported games coming to console, ones that I've never played before on mobile, so kind of fun to see it our way. Tainted Grail: The Fall of Avalon is a mature first-person perspective open-world RPG taking you into a dark fantasy world inspired by Arthurian legends. Experience a complex, branching main storyline where you will decide on what legacy King Arthur's reign will leave on the world after 600 years of continuous struggle. The story behind this game is created by some pretty insane board game company that does amazingly immersive stories. I've played a lot of their board games and super excited to see how this story pans out when it hits Xbox later this week. Step into this slow life RPG. Fantasy Life I, the Girl Who Steals Time, where you can freely switch between 14 unique jobs, so-called lives, and enjoy a carefree life in a fantasy world. Fish, cook, shape the island to your liking, or team up with your friends to battle monsters across the vast world. Definitely looks like a cute kids game that'll definitely bring a lot of smiles for a ton of variety of ages. Check it out later this week. In Knock on the Coffin Lid, you wake up in a cold crypt 1,000 leagues from your home, devoid of memories of what has happened and in the company of an enigmatic stranger. To return lost memories, you will have to examine the dark secrets of your own death from unexpected alliances and carefully plan your route. That's it for the top 10 games to keep an eye out for this week. Check back daily to see gameplay on my channel throughout the week on some of the games featured in this video. Again, I'm your host Fire. Don't forget to comment your favorite game below in the comments and smash that subscribe button. It's free after all and supports the channel. Until next time, I'll see you on Xbox.